What is happening, guys? Jay here. I'm back again after a long hiatus. Just a bunch of things happening professionally in my career right now. But I am back with another Omocha review. This time, I'm very excited to show you guys my newest pet dragon here, Shagaru Magala. As you can see, it comes in a giant box with some beautiful art cover. Of course, this is the Capcom's creator's model figure, which means this is the Monster Hunter line that's very, very big. And as you can see, this thing is gigantic, the wingspan is amazing, and the paint job is amazing. I'm roughly showing you how it looks like right now, but as you can see, I'd have to go outside, go outside and really show it to you away from the camera for me to show the size of this thing. But yeah, we'll dig deep into the details here real quick. So here is the my setup right now. I'm outside so I could actually show you in really good lighting how amazing the golden scales of the Shagaru Magala is. So if you're not familiar yet, this dragon is a very old elder dragon, was introduced so many games ago. I first encountered this, I think, in Generations. Yeah, and the way you just encounter the Shagaru Magala is just amazing. There's a lead up with the Gore Magala, and then it eventually metamorphosizes into a Shagaru Magala, and you have to fight it in an arena. That's what I remember. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and of course, if you're updated with the series, the Shagaru Magala does appear in Monster Hunter Rise. As you can see here, I'm showing size comparisons here. This is a regular size novel. I've been reading this novel. Just a plug, you might want to read this if you're into philosophy. But regardless, as you can see, it is a big figure. Right now, another size comparison here is my Nergigante, the tempered Nergigante. As you can see, both of them look great side by side. They're almost the same size, the Nergigante just being a bit more bulkier, while the Shagaru being wider. And actually, look at how nicely they go head to head against each other. You can actually display them like this if you have both the Nergigante and the Shagaru Magala, because look, it's like they're having a face-off, right? Two Elder Dragons. If you're into these things, you might want to comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Who will win a turf war? Will it be the Shagaru Magala, or will it be a tempered Nergigante? Who knows? But here, let me show you guys up close how this thing looks. It's one of my favorite collectibles so far. I'm talking about in general, no, from Zoids, from anime figures or what. This is one of my favorite, just because of how accurate the design is, how beautiful the paint job is. Look at the scales. I mean, I'm a sucker for really shiny things. I've been saying this throughout my channel reviews, but just look at it. Look at how the sun reflects on it up close. This is why I recorded this outside. Look at how the separation of each scale on the Shagaru Magala. The Shagaru Magala represents royalty, and this toy justifies it so much. It's not a toy, sorry, it's a figure. This figure justifies the royalty of the Shagaru Magala so much for someone who has such strong feelings towards this monster in Monster Hunter, because this is really one of the early Elder Dragon fights that you will encounter. It's also one of the early weapons that you can get in terms of farming Elder Dragons. Of course, if you're playing Rise, that's not the case. But just look at it. It screams Royal Dragon, right? Look at the spikes here. The attention to detail for the muscles, right? Because of the attention to detail to the muscles, the form, the structure, and of the entire thing is very dynamic. It feels alive, right? If this were life size, it would catch so many eyes with how real it looks. Look at the expression of the face. The Shagaru Magala doesn't have big eyes, but the horns, the way the horns are sculpted, the way the gums, look at the gums and the tongue there, how it just opens up like that. Look at the sort of scales or gills, I don't know, by the cheeks, right? And even the props work so well to show how terrifying this beast is. I think this is part of a castle, right, with some flags there or some cloth. Look at how detail oriented it is, the weathering, right? Even the way that structure sort of just falls down, it really gives that sort of emphasis that Shagaru Magala is emerging, right, to the sky. Just look at it, right? Really, really gorgeous. There's a plastic part here, but it's almost... I actually did not notice this until I reviewed it. But there's a very unassuming plastic part here, which basically reinforces the Shagaru Magala, make sure everything is sturdy and in place. I really actually like it, even if it's kind of visible like that. But I like it just because it really gives structure and really gives stability to the Shagaru Magala. So look at it. right? It's just something that will really pop up off your shelf. This costs roughly 200 bucks, I think, right? But I think it's just worth it. This is one of the best. Actually, I would say this is the best creators model that Monster Hunter has created so far. Capcom, right, for this title. Just the color separation. Look at the blue green here. The gold, the subtle brown, right? The very strong violet or red violet for the claws. Everything is just amazing, and I'm just so happy that I'm going back to Mocha reviews with this debut video after being off the channel for so long. Right? Shout out to Anne for creating a lot of content while I was gone. But yeah, just even the base, right? I can't find any flaws here. It's really one of the best collectibles I've ever had. Period. I mean, just look at the face, right? This deserves all the best lighting in the world for it to really pop up on your shelf. Amazing, right? I particularly love the butterfly effect of the wings also, because I think the fact that they chose this pose for the Shagaru Magala really gives it attitude, right? It's not just a typical dragon standing up. It's like a dragon meant for battle. I think that's one of my pet peeves with the Nergigante. You guys saw the Nergigante in my other video. I reviewed that. The Nergigante doesn't have any sort of dynamic movement. It's just like there, hovering on your shelf, looking, trying to look evil or what. But the Shagaru Magala, the way the muscles, like, sort of the body, that even the tail over here, right? Everything just works to perfection. It's super dynamic, and the paint job is just simply amazing. Look at how gold it looks like. It looks like it's almost plated in actual real gold. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making more content down the line, don't worry. Also, Anne has just pre-ordered a lot of stuff. I know I promised to review some of the Zoids I've had, but it's just been busy, so we'll see what happens. But of course, this channel will keep on going, and I hope you continue to support us. Again, this is Jay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.